Hello, I am Tomato Basil Girl. I speak for the tomatoes. If you know my real name, keep it to yourself. Um, so I thought I'd come on here and chat a little about my time off the internet. I'm currently taking a social media break. It's my inner millennial. I'm not a millennial. I'm 19, but it's my inner millennial to sing things. Because I grew up watching Jenna Marbles. But anyways, also ignore how bad my bangs look. I swear they usually behave. I never have a problem with my bangs. But I don't know if they're greasy. I've never had greasy hair. My hair doesn't get greasy. But they look like literal garbage. They do. They do. They look like garbage. So if you're going to comment on that, I'm banning you from life. You're no longer allowed to live if you're going to comment on my greasy bangs. Anyways, so yesterday was incredible. Why? Because I decided I was gonna finish Catching Fire and I was gonna read I'm so sorry, there's noise going on outside my window. I was gonna read 50% of Catching Fire, which would finish the book for me. So I did that and it was amazing, and really all I have to talk about now is Catching Fire. So not every single video is going to be like how I'm doing productivity, how it's changed me. It's really just going to be like what's going on in my life and how not having the internet is affecting that. But the one thing that sucks is I can't post about Catching Fire on Instagram. I wouldn't post spoilers just because I know the book is like a decade old. I don't care. I don't want people to know that there is no District 12. So if you're watching this video, just know I'm going to spoil. Catching Fire was incredible. If you don't know, this is my 5th read through of the trilogy. I've read the trilogy 5 times. 1 in the 6th grade, going to the 7th grade this summer. I usually read them over summer. I'm a summer Hunger Games girl. I know a lot of people save the Hunger Games till fall, like it's their fall read. For me, it's a summer read. It is February, but I live in Arizona, so it's basically summer. Which is another thing I wanted to talk about. I love the weather recently. It makes me feel so happy. I have seasonal depression pretty badly. I have also just like regular nighttime depression. I don't like nighttime. I don't like darkness. I don't like when it's dark outside. It makes me sad. Unless I have like an activity to do, I don't like the nighttime. So I really enjoy like not hot weather, but like warmer weather with the sun out. Honestly, if I could change one thing about Arizona, I'd make us a blue state. If I could change another thing about Arizona, though, I would make it that it's less hot but still sunny. So, like, instead of our 120-degree weather, because yes, it does get that hot sometimes, um, it's terrible. I don't want to talk about it. But instead of like 110-degree weather, we have like 90 at most on a bad day, and like the rest is like 80s and 70s. But it's still sunny, and it's still sunny for longer because during summer it stays sunny. It gets sunny at like 5 a.m. and the sun doesn't go down until 7 a.m. No, 7 p.m. and I love it. I genuinely love it. I love it. I know in a world full of moon children, there are so many people who like are spiritually connected to the moon, which is fine, but I'm a sun girl and I need more representation because I love the sun. I love it. I love it so much. Mr. Apollo, you're doing your job so good. So that is exciting. That is fun. But I just graduated high school, if you didn't know, and it has kind of put me in a spiral where I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I don't know how to exist outside of school. I feel like I feel like I see this more often for people graduating college, because usually it's you immediately go into work. which a lot of people just like aren't emotionally prepared for. But I don't see it as much for people graduating high school because they have more traditional paths where they graduate high school from a not, I don't know what the word, like, not an I graduated from an online high school, which is different, and they sometimes already have a job and they're going straight into college. I am going to college, which I'm very excited for. I'm going to major in creative writing. I'm going to community, so I should get accepted no matter what, but I am so excited. I am genuinely so excited to do creative writing as my major. And my college is like a really good creative writing program, so I am excited. Hold on one second. I am really excited to go into a creative writing program. I really, really enjoy writing. If you don't know, that's why I'm reading Catching Fire, because I'm like, I need to get good writing, and like I'm so excited. So these are just rambles. I know, like, YouTube like doesn't like a rambly video. I know like people like more effort put into their content, which is completely fine. But I'm doing this YouTube video for me. I just have some boundaries with myself. Like, I'm not allowed to talk about like too many emotional things, just because it can get tricky on YouTube to like let your emotions out. But I am really excited. I want to build a community where I can like talk about the nerdy things I'm into and they can talk back. So I'm really excited to talk about Catching Fire. Well, first, let me finish this rant about college and stuff. So I'm not going straight into college though, because I already would have been doing this semester, but I graduated in January, so I graduated technically in February. And I don't walk till July, so I have to wait to start college till fall. And I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervy. I'm very nervous. I'm nervous. I feel like that's normal for everyone. But like in the meantime, I'm just treating this like a prolonged summer, where it's like, oh, it's summer, and I love summer. Summer's my favorite season. I had a really bad summer last summer, so I'm praying this summer is really fun. I don't expect it to be crazy. I feel like every summer I get like a little overzealous, where I'm like, it's gonna be the best summer ever. I just expect myself to have fun and do my hobbies and interests and like have time to do them, because I have all this time from February to like, I don't know when they start college. I'm so sorry. I don't know when my college starts. Sometime in fall. Like, I think it's late September is one. Like September 20th, 22nd, something like that. So I am so excited to start college, but I'm also so excited to just have time to myself and have time to like be me and just hang out. I'm so excited. I'm also looking for a job, and I have an interview to start volunteering at the library today, and I'm hoping to get a job at the library through volunteering, which is very exciting. So I'm excited. But anyways, Catching Fire. Oh my god, Catching Fire. Catching Fire is it's such a good book. Mockingjay was my favorite throughout the okay, let me talk about my 4 other read-throughs. So I read The Hunger Games in between 6th and 7th grade, like the summer between 6th and 7th grade, which, if you don't know, that's like a big deal when you're a 6th grader. It's like, oh, I'm going to, at least for me, I was going to middle school. I know some people don't start middle, but some people start middle school in the 6th grade. I middle school is 7th and 8th grade for me, which is like really, I don't know, it's so stupid to have like such a short period of time, I feel, in middle school. But actually, I was grateful, because middle school is awful. Don't watch my content if you're a middle schooler, please. Don't watch my content if you're a minor, please. But if you are a middle schooler, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna take a moment of silence and pray for you, because babe, you're gonna need it. Something's gonna happen. Just emotionally prepare yourself. And I remember being a middle schooler and hearing that and being like, well, thanks. Like, that's not helpful at all. I know, but it's fucking true. It's gonna suck, babe. It's gonna suck. Yeah. It's gonna be terrible. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I read it in middle school and I loved it. And then I read it another time. I'm pretty sure like I don't know. I know I read it another time because I remember reading it a third time and being like, this is my third read through. But maybe I didn't. I don't know. I think I read it 4 times. I could be wrong though. But the third time, maybe the second time, whatever. The next time I read it, I remember reading it. I just randomly started it and I just like fell in love with it and I read it so quickly and I sobbed over Mockingjay and I didn't expect myself to cry because when I first read Hunger Games, I cried over every death, like every single death, which is like completely fair and valid. Like it's sad. And then I cried over Prim. I'm not gonna. I can say spoilers. Prim. She's not coming back. Talking to Buttercup. Oh my god. There's an edit. Hunger Games edits are like a different. Them and Arcane edits are like a different level of like insanity. There's a plane. Okay. They're a different level of like crazy good. I don't have social media right now, obviously, so I can't watch any of them. But I'm definitely gonna go through and watch a bunch of Hunger Games edits when I download TikTok again, because the there's one to Scotch Street by Phoebe Bridgers, and it starts with she's gone. She's gone and she's not coming back, which is Katniss yelling at Prim's cat Buttercup. Which, how did Buttercup live through all of that? I have no idea. But good for Buttercup. And Katniss is a breakdown, and it like just shows Prim and Katniss together, like that it, and it's like, oh my god, damn. I That's terrible. Um, but yeah, Catching Fire is probably one of the best books ever written. I'm pretty sure it's also a banned book. I think the Hunger Games are banned books, which is crazy because I guess that makes sense. But like, why? What are we gonna do with the Hunger Games? I guess we're gonna quote it when we rebel against you. Like, ooh, scary. Like, you already given us the U.S. government's given us so much reason to rebel against them. You think the Hunger Games are gonna push us over? Let us have the Hunger Games. Anyways, I loved every second of it. I think the arena was my favorite part. But it went by so quick. I did also listen to it on a higher speed, to be honest, to be completely honest with you. I did. I listened to it on 1.50 speed. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. I struggle to pronounce numbers. But I listened to it on a higher speed. So it went by so very quick. And it's fun knowing what's going on because I've read it so many times. I know all the spoilers and stuff. I've read every single Hunger Games book at least once except Sunrise of the Reaping, and that's why I'm rereading it to prepare. I actually didn't want to read the Hunger Games again just because it's so sad, and I know, and I am kind of scared because I'm starting Mockingjay, which is objectively the saddest book because both Finnick and Prim die, and also Peeta gets hijacked, which is Peeta is my favorite character, and I think that twist was like one of the worst things that ever happened to me. I hated it. Um, my other favorite character are just Haymitch and Katniss. That trio is incredible. I love the relationships between the three of them. I love how Haymitch is constantly lying to them, like, Haymitch, I actually don't know anything about Sunrise on the Reaping, so I hope I get more Katniss and Peeta and Haymitch. Katniss and Peeta's dynamic is so I love it so much. I don't want to call it cute because like they're getting tortured the whole time, but they are so loving towards each other, and I love Katniss feels so real. She feels like her outlashes are like outlashes. her, what's the word, like lashes out of anger feels so genuine when like she's getting teased by the other tributes and stuff. It's like it feels very real. It feels very like organic to be like, and she just feels like Katniss just feels like a regular teenage girl that got thrown into this. Like she's moody and she's petty and she doesn't want to do what she's told to do, and she can't be forced to do something she doesn't want to do. Um, and if she is forced to, she's going to rebel the whole time. She just feels like a teenage girl, and I love her so much. She feels like a real, honest, genuine teenage girl. And I feel like some people look at Candace and go, no, she's not like a classic teenage girl because she doesn't like pink and she doesn't like hair and like nails and stuff. But it's like, no, Katniss is such a teenage girl stuck in a situation she doesn't. Have you ever met a teenage girl having to do something she doesn't want to do? She is Katniss Everdeen. And Katniss is the perfect amount of vocal. I feel like she's definitely flawed, but I'm never annoyed by Katniss. There's been times where I'm reading the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, and it's good. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. I don't know. I like it a lot. But those girls piss me off. Those girls, I'm like, Carmen? But Katniss, I've never been annoyed with. The only time I get slightly annoyed is when she's mean to Peeta, because Peeta! But, like, otherwise, I'm like, yeah, whatever. That's your prerogative to be a bitch. Like, you earned it, babe. You did, in fact, earn. You can be a bitch for the rest of your life, and, like, I will never get mad at you. Except if you're a bitch to Peeta. Don't be a bitch to Peeta. Also, I think Jennifer Lawrence played Katniss extremely well. I imagine Katniss is a person of color. I do wish Katniss was played by a person of color, but you know what? We get what we get, I guess. I don't know. But I think Jennifer Lawrence played her extremely well. I'm going to rewatch the movies. I have to watch Hunger Games and Catching Fire. I'm halfway through Hunger Games. I stopped. I started it actually before I started the book, and then I started the book and I finished it before I finished the movie. But Catching Fire is such a good movie. I'm so excited. Honestly, The Hunger Games is probably the worst movie, just because I'm not as attached to anything. We don't get to see as much of the characters' dynamics, which is unfortunate. But, what was it saying? I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. Something about Katniss. Hold on one second. I feel like Jennifer Lawrence's best performance is in the end of Catching Fire, when Haymitch tells her that they didn't save Peeta, they saved her instead. And she's like, you promised you, and she's like clawing on his face. She's like, you said you were gonna save it, and they stab her with the fucking needle, and she's like, ah! Like, that is such a good scene. I feel like that really shows her love for Peeta, and like how much she just adores him, and how much she, I don't know, Peeta and Katniss are constantly, like, showing their love for each other, and then still not understanding that Katniss's love for, I saw a thing that was, like, the only two people that didn't know Katniss loved Peeta were Katniss and Peeta. I was like, yeah, basically. Like, and I will say, I know a lot of people, like, feel weird about Katniss ending up with Peeta, because, they feel like the feelings are forced. And I just think it's the biggest, I don't know, it doesn't have to be an act of rebellion. I think she loves Peeta. I think that's up to people to decide if they think she loves Peeta. I personally think she loves Peeta. I think she loves Peeta and wants to be with him for the rest of her life. I think that's why she had his babies. I think that's why she chose to be with him. I think it wasn't even she loved him more than Gale. I think she just loved him. She loved him. And you know, and Gale kind of fucked everything up by killing Prim. So, fuck you, Gale. Fuck you, Gale. I personally believe they're meant to be together. But I also think it's like, some people think it's like, it's what the Capitol would have wanted for her to be with PETA. And I'm like, no, it's like the biggest act of rebellion to take down the Capitol and still end up with PETA. It's like, I'm going to end up with PETA on my own terms. Not on your terms, not on anybody else's terms, on my own terms. I am going to be with PETA. And I just think it's so good. But Catching Fire, the arena is really, Joanna is so funny. I don't care if you're pregnant, I'll still fight you. Joanna, I don't care if you're knocked up, I'll still fight you. Joanna, stop. Joanna, oh my god. Please. Joanna. Stop it. Joanna is she's so funny. Also, the scene where Finnick just repeatedly dunks her in the water while she's screaming profanities at Katniss. I love Joanna and Katniss's relationship. I love anyone's relationship with Katniss. I love Prim and Katniss's relationship. I love Finnick and Katniss and Mockingjay. I'm so excited for Mockingjay. I'm also dreading Mockingjay because it is by far the saddest book. And I'm not excited about that. No. I'm really excited for Sunrise of the Reaping, but I'm also really, again, dreading it because of how sad it's gonna be. But I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be worth it. I'm excited to see the character dynamics. It just sucks because I know everyone's gonna die. Like, Haymitch is gonna be one of the... Haymitch and Katniss's mom is gonna be one of the only people who lives. And it's like, damn. That sucks. That really does suck. That blows chunks. Literally. Like Prim, that blows. Kabow. Kaboom. Rest in peace, my sister. She got hit by a bazooka. Okay. Sorry. That was insensitive of me. My bangs look so bad. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to brush them out. Let me try to. Much better. But, okay, I just wanted to talk about Catching Fire for a minute and how excited I am for summer and how it's summer for me, basically, already. It's summer. So, I need to change my mindset from, like, I have all this free time, I don't know what to do myself, to be like, it's summer, and then I'll be excited. So, okay. Thank you for letting me ramble about Catching Fire. Okay, bye!